O Allah, guide me among those whom thou hast guided thee right, and preserve me among those whom thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what thou hast judged. Surely thou judgest, and none can judge against thee, and he whom thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art thou, O Lord, and exalted be thee above what they set up besides thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is thy servant and apostle. Amen.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. There will be a great separation. Yes, sir. So I said, it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We have Him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Sajdah Saturday morning coffee talk. I had started talking. Where's my camera? It's over here. I started talking because I thought the video wasn't going to play. And so I started welcoming you all, and then the video decided to play. So I'm live from Milwaukee in my hotel room from the NOI National Training Conference that I attended actually yesterday. I won't be in attendance today. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you all can hear me okay, because I forgot my earpiece in the car. And so I'm like talking directly to the iPad. And sometimes the hotel Wi-Fi is a little wonky. So I'm going off a cellular data on my Wi-Fi. So I hope y'all can hear me okay. I'm going to be short and quick today. There was something I wanted to talk about because, and I used to talk about this more often than not. And it's miracles. You know how we live in a world where we just pray for a miracle, and sometimes we are so accustomed to things being a certain way that anything good that happens to us, we really start to consider it a miracle. And I just want to calibrate us onto something, and for us to think about it this way. And greetings. And that is that we're supposed to live in a space where things are happening to us, where we have miracles happening for us, or quote unquote miracles, or what we consider supernatural experiences. That should be our norm. And so we should live in such a space of gratitude, where saying thank you when those things happen is just as common as us being thankful and living in gratitude when those miracle things happen, if you will. So I just want to say that to us because for a while, when I started my podcast, I was really dealing a lot with a lot of people in metaphysics and people in a lot in other spiritual communities, and this concept of miracles and supernatural experiences would come up all the time. And for us as Muslims, we don't use that language, but we too often have experiences, metaphysical experiences, out of body experiences. And I challenge everybody that I coach and consult to study and figure out how Allah handles and deals with you. How does he handle and deal with you specifically? Some people say, well, I dream. Some people say I just see messages. Some people say I meet other people and then the message kind of comes through that way. Whatever works for you. But study that, because we're all unique. We all have different skills. We all have different nuances to our personality and how we interpret life. And so it's important to understand exactly how Allah deals with you and to stay in that space of gratitude. Stay right there. And then when something happens, you don't have to go, oh my God, and then you go all crazy, because sometimes what happens is that we mess up the vibration when we get into miracle mode, or when we get into that mode of there's something happening, there's something going on. We mess up the vibration because what happens is you created a vibration that attracted an event, right? And then you start going, oh my God, what is this? Or no, this can't be happening, or something's up, or oh my God, it's a miracle. So what you're then putting out into the universe is almost like saying, this wasn't supposed to happen to me, and it is, and I'm shocked. And oftentimes the experience gets cut off, or you don't get the full blessing of the experience because you might be so busy just being in, I call it miracle mode, shocked mode. So that's just my thought for the day, because what I try to do is just make sure that I stay in a space where I'm grateful, where I am walking in grateful expectation, where I'm setting my intentions, and then thanking Allah every single step of the way, just continuing to flow and continuing to thank him every step of the way. So when he starts to reveal himself, or when I open up to him more and more, I'm already in that space of gratitude. And I always have to run out and go talk to somebody about it. I don't always have to go out and brag about it. I don't always have to go out and say anything about it, because I'm walking with that intention, walking with that gratitude. And then I allow Allah to say to me, let people know this, or go say that, or use this in an experience. That's just how I see it. Because one of the things that I try my best to do is anything that I'm showing you, sharing with you, or teaching is something that I'm experiencing or I have experienced. I'm not a lecturer, not really a motivational speaker like that. I just come out and share my experiences and my interaction in my life, and try to apply some lessons to it in the event that it helps someone else. Because I've, like many of you, that I've been so blessed in my life, but I don't believe it's for me to sit back on a trophy and go, okay, look at me. I don't think I said, okay, look at her. There she is. Check her out. It's really for me to allow others to share in those experiences and to learn as well. Right? That was my message today. It's short, it's sweet. I have to hit the road, so I am not going to be too long today. I want to remind you all to make sure that you donate to Sajdah House. I'm gonna keep talking about it until we get there. So some of y'all probably got, okay, I'm sick of her talking about this place, but sorry, that's just who I am now. In terms of just really uplifting this space, building more spaces like this, working with other spaces. And let me say this too, because I was having this conversation with somebody today, and they told me that they were part of an organization, and they wanted the people in the organization to be closer, and that sometimes they didn't know if maybe they came off too strong, or maybe they were too passionate about what they were doing. So sometimes people seem like they didn't really want to be bothered with them. And I'm sure we've all experienced that, because when she was explaining it, I was like, I get that. But you have to let people be where they are. Don't chase people. Don't try to force somebody to be friends with you. Don't try to force somebody to be better than you. If they can't get close to you because they in competition mode, or they playing some kind of game, let them have their games. Let them take the whole board and go play their games over by themselves. You just keep doing what you're doing. That's what I focus on. You pick up on that kind of thing where maybe you're just not somebody up to you. Maybe somebody just decides, you know what, cool, but I ain't really trying to rock with her like that. And that's okay. Or I ain't really trying to kick it with him like that. That's all right. Don't force people. Don't force yourself into places where you're not wanted. And don't force yourself on people. The right people for you will come. They'll come into your life. It'll fit. It'll flow. If you feel like you got to force it, if you feel like you got to combat competitiveness and combat them ignoring you, or combat them acting shady or sometimey with you, then them ain't your people. And so you deal with them accordingly. But I want us to stop trying to be in places where we don't need to be. Stop trying to be in faces where we're not wanted. There's people out here who want you in their face. That person that you're trying to be friends with, maybe they just don't. A lot of people concoct games in their life. And so they have a game and how they function. They're always running some kind of game. It's always some kind of challenge. If they call you, there's a purpose. There's an agenda. If they don't call you, there's an agenda. Some people are just always playing those kind of games. And so don't try to force yourself into a relationship with those kinds of people. Let them have their games and just go on about your business. You'll find the right people to connect with, to flow with. And trust me, when you're not minimizing, muddying your image, trying to be something to someone that they don't want you to be, you'll be so much more successful. So let them go on. Just keep being you. All right. So peace and blessings, family. This was a short 15-20 minute coffee talk today because I'm in a hotel room and I'm not sure how it's being and how it's coming across. So I won't talk too long, but hopefully I was strong. So make sure you go out, get your commemorative Elijah coin. Remember that history matters. What do we have coming up? Next week, we have a great brother on the Mo Today series on Black Muslim businesses. You'll see the flyer. I'll share that with you all if you stay close to me on social media. So we're going to be, it's exciting. It's an exciting, sorry about that. It's an exciting, it'll be an exciting conversation, I should say. And then we'll be at the Power Working Conference in Houston, Texas next week. Excited for that. Shout out Dr. George Frazier. Power Networking Conference is always amazing, always exciting. And so that is where we'll be next weekend. And we'll do, may not be able to do manifestation class from there, but then we might. We'll see. I'll look at the times and the flights and stuff. But we'll definitely, inshallah, be able to do Sajdah Saturday Movie Talks from the Power Networking Conference. And we'll do some other lives so you'll be able to see us. So if you haven't registered for the conference, go register. I think he's doing virtual and in person this year. It's a great conference. And when I was starting to go to conferences as a young professional, I went to a lot of them. National Black MBA, Black Enterprises, you name it. And there's nothing like the Power Networking Conference. It's absolutely amazing. What I love about what George does is he accepts and recognizes and invites the diversity of our culture as Black people. Sometimes when you go to a lot of these other conferences, just kind of one kind of Black person, if you will. He has people from all religious backgrounds, all walks of life, who come there and contribute to the development of economics for us as a people. And so it's an amazing conference. Just search Power Networking Conference. I think if you go to powernetworkingconference.com, you'll be able to see the agenda. You can register for the virtual or even come to the in-person event. It's going to be in Houston, Texas, again this year, and I think it's the Hilton of Americas. So, all right, peace and blessings, family. May Allah bless you, and I will see you all, inshallah, very soon. Follow me on Instagram at Sajdah House or at Mo Today Universe, and be sure to make your donations. Peace and blessings.